What happens when a bitter custody battle, family tensions, and years of resentment collide? In Florida, it led to a courtroom drama that has finally reached its climax. After more than a decade of speculation, trials, and shocking revelations, 73-year-old Donna Adelson, the matriarch of a wealthy South Florida family, has been convicted of first-degree murder, conspiracy, and solicitation in connection to the 2014 killing of Florida State University law professor Daniel Markel. This case has captivated the nation, not just because of the crime itself, but because of the layers of family conflict, wealth, and desperation that surrounded it. When the guilty verdict was read aloud, Adelson's reaction was immediate. She shook, cried, and exclaimed, "Oh," in disbelief. But for the victim's family, it was a bittersweet moment of long-awaited justice. Daniel Markel was only 41 when he was gunned down outside his home in Tallahassee. At the time, he was locked in a heated custody dispute with his ex-wife, Wendy Adelson, over their 2 young children. Wendy wanted to move more than 370 miles south to be near her wealthy family, but a judge denied her request. Markel also refused to relocate, which meant the children would remain in Tallahassee. Prosecutors argued that this decision fueled deep resentment in Donna Adelson, who they described as a controlling matriarch, determined to keep her daughter and grandchildren close. They said she used her influence and resources to help orchestrate the killing that would remove Markel as an obstacle. For the Markel family, what should have been a legal disagreement over custody tragically escalated into a deadly murder-for-hire scheme. In the years that followed Markel's death, investigators slowly unraveled the tangled web behind the crime. Donna Adelson's son, Charles Adelson, had already been convicted and sentenced to life for his role in the killing. His former girlfriend, Catherine McBanoa, was also sentenced to life after prosecutors said she acted as the go-between. 2 men, Sigfredo Garcia and Luis Rivera, were hired to carry out the shooting. Garcia is now serving a life sentence, while Rivera took a plea deal and is serving 19 years after cooperating with the state. At Donna Adelson's trial, prosecutors painted her as the driving force behind the murder-for-hire plot, arguing that she had both the motive and the money to make it happen. They said she hated her former son-in-law and wanted him gone so her family could regain control of the situation. Defense attorneys, however, pushed back hard, claiming the state had failed to prove Donna Adelson's direct involvement. They pointed fingers at other family members, including her adult children, suggesting that Donna was being unfairly targeted because of her role as the head of the family. They insisted there was no solid evidence tying her personally to the murder plot. But prosecutors argued that the case was about far more than direct evidence. It was about patterns of behavior, family dynamics, and a conspiracy that stretched across multiple people over time. In the end, the jury sided with the state, finding Adelson guilty on all charges. The verdict was clear. Donna Adelson wasn't just a bystander to her family's troubles. She was an active participant in one of the most shocking murder-for-hire cases Florida has ever seen. As sentencing awaits, the impact of this case continues to ripple through both families. For Ruth Markel, Daniel's mother, the conviction cannot undo the pain of losing her son, but it marks a step toward closure. In a powerful impact statement, she said, "We have lost a treasure. My son Dan's life was cut tragically short at 41 years old. For 11 years, we have been forced to a life filled with unimaginable pain and heartbreak. For the Adelson family, the fallout is equally devastating. 2 family members now face life sentences, and Wendy Adelson, while never charged, remains tied to the case in the public eye. The saga has served as a sobering reminder of how family conflicts can spiral when fueled by anger and control. Now, the final chapter awaits as Donna Adelson prepares to learn her fate at sentencing.